Hello everybody, my name is Alex and welcome to a video on Ratchet Clank, a game I've never covered before, but when I saw this in the PS5 trailer I thought that looks immense, that looks exactly like the kind of game I want, so I went and researched the series. So today I bring you a video called 5 Things Ratchet Clank... So today, for beginners like me, I bring you a video called 5 Things that new players need to know about Ratchet Clank. By the way, if you're an older fan, let me know what 5 things you'd have talked about. So I guess it's not surprising that the adventures of Ratchet & Clank follow well. Ratchet & Clank, you know, I don't have a uni degree for no reason, but who exactly are they? So yeah, the games follow Ratchet, who is a feline humanoid known as a Lombax, and Clank, who is essentially a robot. The Lombax species are renowned engineers, responsible for some of the universe's most advanced technologies, including pretty cool weaponry and spaceships. Sadly though, the species are now actually considered almost extinct in Ratchet's galaxy, leaving him as one of the very last of his kind. But there is this new one.
Ratchet? Who?
Another character that you should probably be aware of as well is Dr. Nefarious. Now he's considered the main antagonist of the series, and I'm sure that one way or another he'll feature heavily in the next game. There's obviously lots of other characters, but I didn't want to feature everybody in here. Next up, let's talk about the gameplay, which reminds me an awful lot of this. I don't know why I picked the Switch version, it was just kind of to hand next to me. Well, I guess it's not surprising I'm getting some serious Spyro vibes off this thing, considering that they are both created by Insomniac Games. Though the odd installment has strayed off path a little bit, the majority of Ratchet & Clank games, including the recently announced Rift Apart, are action platformers in the third person, sharing traits with both Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. It's fun, it's intense, and if you like either of the two games I just mentioned, I think there's a pretty good chance you will enjoy this. The next thing to note is that although Ratchet & Clank reminds me of the kid-friendly Spyro, Ratchet has an awful lot of weapons which you can do a lot with. So Ratchet has a pretty big arsenal of weapons available to him. The first of these is the Omni Wrench, which he starts the game with, and in combat it acts pretty much like a melee weapon which you can hit people with, or if you want to pretend that you are Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, you can use it like a boomerang and throw it. As the game progresses, the way to access more weapons, such as the Fusion Grenade, which is basically a grenade, or the Plasma Striker, which is essentially a sniper rifle, is to either find them in the world or more commonly to buy them from vendors using bolts. Bolts are basically the currency of the game. Another big thing to know about weapons is that the more damage you do to enemies with them, the quicker the weapon will level up. When leveling up your weapons, you'll be able to choose things such as making the weapon more powerful, you can give it faster fire rates, or maybe even give it a higher max ammunition count, because ammunition can be a bit of a problem. Ratchet has gadgets too, many of which have practical uses. Lombaxes are pretty good engineers after all. To give you a quick example of how gadgets work in this game, the grind boots basically allow Ratchet to grind on rails, making them invaluable for progressing through those parts of the game, so you will need certain gadgets to progress down certain routes. All in all, weapons and gadgets are an absolutely enormous part of Ratchet & Clank, and the vast array of weapons are a big aspect of what sets it apart from other platformers that I have mentioned. I really cannot wait to see what other stuff's added as well, what new weapons and gadgets come with the next game. So now it's time for a plug. So today's comments question is, what do you love most about Ratchet & Clank? So let me know that down in the comments. I'm pretty active in the comment sections of my videos, so I will get back to you. Also make sure to go and give me a follow on Twitter, where I'm currently dressed as a banana, which is weird. Hit the like button on this video if you are enjoying it, share it with one of your friends or your neighbours or your dog, whatever, and also subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. So what we've established thus far is that this is a pretty cool series with very good mechanics. But how exactly do you progress through these games, and how are the missions structured? Ratchet & Clank games progress in a largely mission-by-mission fashion, seeing Ratchet & Clank jump from planet to planet, essentially saving them from evil and progressing along the main story. It's the sort of stuff you'd expect from a platformer like this. However, besides the main missions, there are side missions too, including puzzles to solve and arena combat, which sounds mega to be honest. Some of these side missions cannot be solved straight away either, so you might end up going back to previous planets once you've unlocked new stuff, so you will be jumping back and forth as the game progresses. Now I guess the basic formula thus far has not been too complicated, but the fact that there's going to be rifts in the next game, and the fact that we can jump from dimension to dimension in the next game, could add a massive new dynamic into the way the game works and progresses. The final point I want to mention is that Ratchet & Clank has got a really great past with great reviews, showing that these games have got something really good about them and have got a real strong, loyal fan base. But more than that, looking forward, with Insomniac Games now back at the helm developing the next installment, and with the PS5 being the most powerful console yet, this next Ratchet & Clank game could be absolutely amazing. As well as that, if you think about how well platformers are doing right now, isn't it absolutely brilliant that games like Ratchet & Clank could be entering into a new golden age? I think it's brilliant. So yeah, Ratchet & Clank has a really good past, but could arguably have an even brighter future. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Why not check out something similar by ourselves by clicking on the box below? And to see coverage of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, make sure you subscribe to the channel too. I will have more videos coming. Also remember to answer today's comments question, hit the like button and share our content with somebody else. Thank you for watching. My name is Alex and I will see you in another video soon.